Gone are the days of something for everyone style restaurants. For nearly a century, the American diner reigned supreme, offering affordable meals with fast service and a heartwarming welcome to anyone and everyone with their excessively large menus. But since the 1960s, the American diner has been on the decline. As restaurant franchises began to take over the industry, diners started to lose their place in the American economy, being outcompeted by restaurants who not only beat them at their price point and speed of service, but delivered an entire package of personality. In the past 25 years alone, nearly 60% of diners in New York have closed their doors for good. Failure due to their lack of adaptation to the ever-changing market and consumer behaviors. The historic American diner was outcompeted by targeted marketing and sophisticated business strategies that not only saved precious time and money, but stood the test of time by continuously attracting their ideal customer base. Welcome to CR Creative, where restaurateurs are empowered to build their dream brand. This is 5 reasons why you need a customer avatar. Stick around until the very end for a bonus tip on attracting your dream customers. Number 1. Understanding your customer avatar is the foundation of a good brand. A customer avatar is a description of the consumer your restaurant intends to reach. It, perhaps stereotypically, defines every aspect of that customer's life, from marital status to household income, likes, dislikes, behaviors, dreams, beliefs, and spending habits. Understanding your customer avatar lays down the foundation of every other decision you make for building your dream restaurant. Your logo, food, ambience, menu design, and website all need to be hyper-focused on attracting this type of customer. Every piece of your restaurant like a brick being neatly placed in a wall. Imagine if none of the bricks matched in color, shape, or size. How structurally sound do you think that wall would be? Before you can even begin to design the ins and outs of your restaurant, you must first understand what type of person will be willing to eat there. Then you can carefully tailor every aspect to attract that dream customer of yours. Number 2. A smaller menu that hits all the right notes. Running a restaurant is taxing in both managing food and labor costs. Unless you plan on serving subpar food that someone poured out of a bag then reheated just before slapping it on a plate and overcharging your customer, a restaurant requires several unearned hours of preparing your dishes for service. The larger the menu, the longer the prep list, which in turn means more labor hours and staff. Large menus can't support the amount of labor needed to prepare every recipe from scratch, and so restaurant owners are forced to cut corners wherever possible. There is another option: defining what type of foods your customer avatar would enjoy eating and carefully designing your menu to only offer those key dishes while leaving out the excess menu items that will cost your restaurant unnecessary money and time. Imagine you're opening an Italian food restaurant. Does it make sense to offer barbecue on the menu? Instead, understanding your ideal customer allows you to design your menu specifically for Italian food lovers who want some great pasta and possibly a glass of wine. Anyone who wants barbecue will just have to go somewhere else. Keep the menu small and focused, and the right customer won't even notice that the off-brand dishes are missing. Number 3. Save money on marketing costs by targeting your ad campaigns. To no one's surprise, social media is one of the most used tools for advertising your restaurant. Websites like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook all use a marketing system that charges you as a business owner a set amount of money per impression, or a person who simply sees your advertisement. Let's imagine 2 different scenarios for a moment. The first scenario is an expensive fine dining restaurant without a customer avatar who then pays for an advertisement to reach 20,000 people on Instagram in their hometown. Take note that the term people means untargeted outreach. This ad campaign over the following week might cost them roughly $100 to $200. Yet, only about 1,000 people who see the advertisement are even somewhat interested in eating at that type of restaurant. That means this restaurant paid for 19,000 people to see an advertisement for a restaurant that they were never going to go to in the first place. Now imagine another fine dining restaurant that specializes in rare foods from around the world. They also pay for 20,000 impressions, but this restaurant targets Instagram users in their hometown who also enjoy traveling, earn a higher wage working white-collar jobs, have a high interest in culinary arts, and perhaps even enjoy more expensive hobbies like golf or luxury goods and services. The second restaurant is efficiently using every dollar they spent to target a specific group of 20,000 people who have a high chance of eating at their restaurant. Assuming their message is attractive to these customers, that restaurant has earned themselves new customers, returning customers, and their money back. Number 4. identify and cater to their pain points. The heart of any business model is solving a problem for your customers. Otherwise, why would anyone give you their hard-earned money? From the perspective of a restaurant business, this can be a little tough to nail down, as eating in a restaurant isn't a need but a luxury. But consider that in 2023, nearly 40% of Americans eat out multiple times a week. The need they are likely trying to fill is the convenience of having someone cook for them rather than cooking their own food and cleaning up the mess afterward. If we break that down even further, we can understand the specific needs of the customer when they are seeking to have that convenience fulfilled. For example, is your customer a busy young professional? Maybe they are driven to eat in a restaurant in order to dedicate more time to their professional life. In this case, they might seek out a restaurant that provides fast service so they don't lose time that they can dedicate to other projects. Or perhaps their need is networking with potential clients and other entrepreneurs. In this scenario, time wouldn't be an issue, but instead they would seek out a high-quality dining experience that allows them to treat their client like royalty. Consider the opposite of a career-driven professional and ask yourself, what are the needs of someone who has a family of 5? Their need changes drastically, as they would like to have the convenience of eating in a restaurant without breaking the bank. In this case, they would search out a full-service restaurant that provides meals at a bargain. And establishing your brand as a cheap convenience to these customers would be the best strategy to draw these customers into your restaurant. This same strategy might also work for travelers if you built your restaurant along a busy route, offering a quick and affordable meal to a family who has already spent thousands of dollars on their vacation. Number 5. Outshine your competition. Let's think back to the diner example I gave in the beginning of this video. American diners have struggled since the 1960s, partly due to their brand concept that welcomed everyone. Their large menus demonstrate this type of mentality, as they offer anything from all-day breakfast, burgers, pastas, comfort food, salads, and anything else they can squeeze into their multi-page menu. This type of business model leaves the American diner in a rough spot, as when consumers look for somewhere to eat, they ask themselves, do we want barbecue? Do we want to eat Mexican food? Maybe pizza? Diners lack the sense of a culinary niche that gives consumers a reason to eat there. The remaining diner franchises such as Denny's are forced to brand themselves around an affordable full-service restaurant experience, which might attract customers who are looking for a bargain. But they are outcompeted by the fast food industry that serves quicker meals at a cheaper cost. This has caused the slow decline of the American diner business model, with current diner franchises hanging by a thread by the loyal customer base they barely have in comparison to other restaurant franchises that have established themselves around a particular personality and business model. As the saying goes, a business who attempts to attract everyone will attract no one. This is because you can't customize your brand's message to resonate with one specific audience. The message is something for everyone business model sense is too generic to be memorable. If you want to beat your competition, you have to market your brand with specific messaging tailored to your audience. Create that emotional response when they hear your advertisement, and you will build a brand that lives in their mind rent-free. As promised, I also have a bonus tip for those of you who made it to the end of the video. But first, I will shamelessly plug this YouTube channel and invite you to like and subscribe for more content about the restaurant industry and building your dream brand. Every subscriber helps promote and support the channel to find new viewers who are also trying to improve their business model. Now for the bonus tip. After you create your ideal customer avatar, it's time to create a negative customer avatar. This is like the Darth Vader to your Luke Skywalker. Your negative customer avatar is the customer that you want to avoid reaching out to. Now, I know many might be thinking, but money is money. But hear me out. If you build your brand tailored to a specific customer, then there will be customers who simply will never enjoy the experience your restaurant offers. These customers will gripe, complain, and be a complete pain in the ass for you and your staff. And, best case scenario, you might be able to provide enough damage control to prevent a negative review. Now, I'm not saying don't let these customers enter your restaurant. But what I am saying is avoid advertising to your negative customer avatar when possible. Take a fine dining restaurant, for example, that serves a 4 to 5 course tasting menu at a very high price. The portion sizes of each dish are noticeably smaller compared to a bargain restaurant model, both because they use very expensive ingredients and they provide a number of courses and a customer can't fill up on the first 2 dishes. They are offering a marathon of food. A consumer who likes big portions at bargain prices will not understand the business model that this fine dining restaurant is offering. They won't understand why your grass-fed filet mignon is 3 or 4 times the price as a more affordable filet, even though you might be selling prime quality steaks while their favorite restaurant sells select. They see two things: the price and the steak. While it's not necessarily a bad thing that these customers exist, you don't want to advertise your brand to them when they aren't going to enjoy your experience. This has been 5 reasons why you need a customer avatar. Like and subscribe for more content about building and improving your dream restaurant brand. Until next time.